don't know how to say what I want to say, which is a great irony because that's what this whole video is about. Well, welcome to a special video about scratch paper. Here in front of me is a big old pile of scratch paper. Big old pile. It's actually, I measured it, and it's about 22.5 inches tall. So this paper is paper that I have drawn on. These are all my, well, I don't know, 99% of the drawings that I've made in the last 7 or 8 years or so. And so they're all here in this big pile. Right now it's upside down because it's sort of in chronological order. Generally in chronological order. So like this stuff right here right now is the oldest, and the stuff all the way at the bottom currently is the stuff that's the newest, because I was moving it. Normally this stack is over in the corner over there, and it's just been sitting over there, you know, and I just add to it every time I draw on some of this paper. I just like throw it over in the stack. So the idea is, this is just like paper from the recycling bin. I drew on it. This particular piece of paper was actually at the very bottom of the stack, and that doesn't necessarily mean it's the oldest one, because the stack is not it's in a general sense in chronological order. I am a perfectionist. I want things to be perfect. I want my drawings to be perfect. I want my videos to be perfect. I want my whole life to be perfect. But that's not really the way things turn out, you know? Things are imperfect. And so the problem I had when I started trying to learn how to draw, by the way, hi there, is that I couldn't make the perfect drawings that I wanted to make. So that was very frustrating. And then you have this like really nice paper, like you get a really nice sketchbook with like some really nice paper, and then you feel like you're defiling the paper when you make your bad drawings on it, you know? So this is like this was my strategy, is to just use recycled paper, because it's already been discarded. Somebody already threw it out, and it already has stuff on it, you know? So I can do whatever I want to the paper, and it doesn't matter, because it's not going to make it any worse than it already is. And so that mentality gave me the freedom to just like start drawing, even though I didn't really know how to draw, you know? Because mistakes are going to happen, and can't help it, because that's just the nature of learning how to do something. So I'm going to take some of these off here now that I've established how big this is. And this isn't even all of my drawings ever. It's just from the last few years. And so I was looking through these drawings, and I found some interesting things. Let me see if I can move this out of the way. No, it's not going to move. It's actually pretty heavy. Let's look at some of these old drawings. Like, look at this weird horse. Look at these two guys, man. Just like weird doodles. What else we got here? Some weird paintings. There's all kinds of stuff, man, hidden in this big stack of paper. What does that say? The mouse was eating the house. I don't even remember that at all. There's some more weird doodles. A lot of weird doodles in here, man. Here's an old painting. That's upside down. Some old paintings. Here's the thing about this stack of paper, though. This stack of paper right here is that there's a lot of bad drawings in this stack of paper. In fact, it's probably mostly bad drawings. Because I was just trying to learn. And, you know, here I was drawing my nephew, trying to. You know, I drew him a whole bunch of times. There's a whole bunch of bad drawings in there, man. Lots of them. Lots and lots and lots of bad drawings. And that's what the thing about the scratch paper is like, it allows you to make bad drawings. And it's okay to make bad drawings because got to make bad drawings because that's just going to happen. You're just going to make them. They're just, you know, it's not, you're not going to automatically make good drawings just because you want to. Just because you're a perfectionist, or like, you know, you gotta try and gotta give yourself room to just make weird bad drawings, and that's okay. And so like this whole thing, this whole stack of scratch paper gave me permission to make whatever kind of drawings I wanted to, or whatever kind of drawings I could, you know. A lot of times I would do this thing where I draw a weird thing and then try to recreate it. So that's what these are all. And so I was going through this stack of paper because I wanted to make a video about it. I found this one. This says, Specs is the hero. What does he do? What makes him the hero? He crosses the ocean of space-time into an unknown universe, but remains himself. I guess that's what makes him a hero. That's what I wrote anyways. And like, that's old, you know, these characters are old now. Here's a very old version of Moot. More Moot. So yeah. Good morning, Tuesday. Like, there's just so much. There's so much, man. There's so many drawings. I don't even really know what to do with them all. It'd be cool to like scan them all on the computer, but like most of them are probably not worth scanning into the computer. There's a lot of them that are just junk. But the whole idea I'm trying to get to here is this idea of scratch paper and the philosophy of treating all of our work like it's scratch paper. Because, you know, I wouldn't be able to make all these other drawings. I don't know how well you can see them. Like, I'll put them up here, you know, somewhere. You know, like the cat, or the owl, or the lion, or the dog, or the tiger, or the robin, or the eagle. Any of these other drawings, I wouldn't have been able to make as well as I was able to make them if it wasn't for all these other drawings that I made before, you know. So like, it's not about making this drawing perfect. It's about making it as good as I can, and through the process of making all these other drawings, then, you know, I get closer and closer to excellence. So this is not just about drawing, though, because it's also about everything else. It's also about making videos, like this video even, because I don't know how I don't know how to make this video. I just thought I can bring out this stack of paper and try to talk about it because I have some ideas about the whole scratch paper thing, you know. And so I thought, I'll just try it. I'll just get this stack of paper out here and hit record and start talking about it. And like, that's what the scratch paper is, you know. Because I'm just trying to do a thing, and I don't necessarily know how to do it. But I need to be able to try in order to actually do it, because if I don't try, then it won't happen. If I don't give myself the space to make an imperfect video, to say, to fumble around and mumble around and not know what to say, then the video will never get made, and nobody will ever know what my idea was. So it's important to have the space to make mistakes, and it's not just about creative things. It's about everything. It's about so like lately I've been thinking about conversations in terms of scratch paper, because I want to say good things. I want to say smart things and clever things and funny things around people who I care about, but I can't always think of something to say. And so for most of my life, I just don't say a whole lot. But I mean, that's not the only reason why. I'm generally a kind of a quiet person, but that's not the totality of, of who I am. And so if I if I don't let myself say anything unless I can think of the good thing to say, then I'm not going to say anything at all. And then nobody's ever going to know, and I'm not going to be able to communicate with you what my ideas are. So I got to be able to make bad drawings. I got to be able to say dumb things. I got to be able to record videos that may not turn out well, that I don't even know how to do it. I don't know what I'm doing. Like every time I make one of these videos and I'm drawing, I don't know how to do it. I mean, I know kind of because of all these other drawings I've done, but I'm still learning. And so even every single one of these videos is like scratch paper. It's all scratch paper. And so if it wasn't, then I would be like stuck. I would be stuck in place. I wouldn't be able to move forward. Yeah. Another example is my book. My book I made, Andmilky Galaxy, Volume 1. This book, it's not perfect. I like it. I'm very happy that I made it and that it's out there and available. I did not think I could write well. I kept on writing anyways. And that's kind of the whole deal, I didn't think I could draw very well, and I couldn't. But I kept drawing anyways. And the thing that I discovered is that if you keep practicing, if your aim is, you have to have an aim, you have to have a goal. Like I wanted to draw cartoon characters. I wanted to draw Bugs Bunny. See, I wanted to learn how to draw Bugs Bunny, and so I had to draw him. I had to draw him a lot of times, and I had a really difficult time. I didn't know how to draw him, but eventually I was able to draw something like this, and like that's not a perfect drawing by any means, but it looks like Bugs Bunny, doesn't it? Looks pretty close to Bugs Bunny. Here's another one. Yosemite Sam, Bugs Bunny. And you can see these aren't perfect. I'm just doing my best to try to make it look as much like the cartoon as I can. But I don't want to spend my whole life, trying to perfect a single drawing. So there comes a point where you have to just like leave it as it is and move on to the next one. The point of this video is not to say you got to do all of this in order to be good at drawing, because that's like the anti-point to this video. Because the point is that you got to give yourself the freedom. You can't be overwhelmed by how much is ahead of you in order to get to where you want to. You got to just do it. You got to just do it, even though you don't know how, even though you don't think you might be, even though you might think you're not good enough. You still have to try. And the point is, if you continue to work at it, you will get better. If you continue to practice whatever it is that you want to get good at or want to do, if you want to make something or you want to say something to somebody and you don't know how to say it, you got to try to say it anyways, because you'll figure it out. And if it comes out bad, that's the only way you're going to learn how to make it come out good. Because if you don't let it come out, then it's not going to come out. So don't worry about making the perfect thing. Instead of worrying about making the perfect thing, just make something. I feel that, so like this is just a personal example from me, but I feel like the art that I've made, that it is the best of the art that I've made, it's always something that I didn't know what I was doing. And I was just kind of experimenting and trying to do something that I didn't know how to do. Like this owl painting. I didn't know how to do that. I just kind of like used what I knew and worked at it and worked at it. I don't know how to say what I want to say. Which is a great irony, because that's what this whole video is about. Trying to say something you don't know how to say. Trying to draw something when you don't know how to draw. Trying to make a video when you don't know how to make a video. Every little thing that you don't know how to do but you want to do, you got to give yourself permission to do it badly in order you got to give yourself permission to do it badly in order to actually do it. Because otherwise it's not going to get done. So this is your permission. Oh, I ran out of space. All right, well, that's it then, because I ran out of space on this one. So I'll just have to make do with what's there. That's the nature of this whole thing, of the scratch paper philosophy. So anyways, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.